change my mind here. So we know that we went through a little period there where we had second-year NFL quarterbacks winning the MVP award. We saw it first with Patrick Mahomes, then with Lamar Jackson. I would like to suggest here, and I will start, Kimberly Martin, with you, that with as good as he was last season and almost no reason to be as ready as he looked, now a full offseason and all the additions his team has made, I would suggest that Justin Herbert of the Los Angeles Chargers is a sneaky, excellent pick to be this coming season's NFL MVP. Kimberly, are you interested in changing my mind?
Do I have to change your mind? Or can
No,
I
you
actually
don't. You can agree with me, and that'd be even more fun.
Could I agree with your genius, Greeny? I actually kind of like this. You know why? Because I know that it's a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, and that could, mess up his development a little bit. But what we saw from Justin Herbert last year was just a taste of how good he can be. I think the coaching staff is better, the roster is better, their O-line is better. I mean, that kid, some of the gutsy plays he made with the pockets breaking down. Greeny, if you like it, I love it. I'm really on board with just Justin Herbert pick, and I'm shocked that we are in agreement right now.
Let's go. I mean, now I feel all the better about this. And Jeff Saturday, listen, the additions they've made, they draft the offensive tackle in round 1 in Rashawn Slater. They also signed 2 guards and a center to take care of the interior of that offensive line. So that should be markedly better this year.
No, there's no doubt. Listen, there's nobody who can change your mind. Tom Telesco, their general manager, has done a fantastic job of building this roster from inside out. Listen, I played with Peyton Manning for all those years. Tom Telesco was with us with Bill Polian. He understands the internal portion of the pocket is so vital, especially for a young quarterback. He was the most pressured quarterback. I think they were 31st in the league in pass protection. They got better, and they draft Slater. This is a great pick by you. They understand how to develop quarterbacks. Tom Telesco went all in. He understands they already had the receivers they need. Go fix the O-line. Those guys stay healthy. Herbert has a great chance to get that MVP. As well as he played last year under duress, imagine him with time to develop and look down the field. This kid could be special.
I am 2 for 2, and Hembo told me earlier that Justin Herbert is 20-1 to win MVP this year, so that could be very tasty. Rob Ninkovich, what do you think? Does anyone, you're the last hope here, do you want to try and change my mind?
Greeny, the last time you went 3 for 3 was T-ball, and you're about to do it again. So let's go. I honestly think, think about it this way. Is there a receiver, an all-pro receiver, Pro Bowl receiver out there that could possibly be traded to the Chargers and give him even more firepower at that quarterback position, like maybe Julio? That would be a tremendous acquisition for the Chargers. And when I think about, the second year, your rookie year is kind of like you don't know what to expect. And when you go into your second year after having a very successful rookie year, I think that not only will he surpass people's expectations, Greeny, I agree with you. He will be in the running for MVP if he can, number one, stay healthy. That offensive line protects him, just like Jeff said, from the inside out. Ain't no better way to get to the quarterback from an inside move, and Jeff knows that. So for me, I think there's definitely potential there for him to be the MVP this year. We've seen it with second-year players in the past. So guess what? It won't be a surprise to me. And Greeny, congratulations for going 3 for 3.
Okay, fair enough. Actually, you're wrong. I never went 3 for 3 in T-ball. In fact, once I struck out. But that was a very good performance there. I like it. Write it down and remember where you heard it. Justin Herbert for NFL MVP. Meanwhile, we turn our attention to this major championship coming up this week, and this is a look at a man who has been struggling and trying to get it back on track. That's Ricky Fowler, looking to win his first ever major, as he will be on the course there at the Ocean Course at Kiawah this week. And remember, our coverage is coming your way Thursday and Friday here on ESPN of the year's second major. And you take a look at some of the odds now from our friends at Caesars Sportsbook to win the PGA. Right now, Rory McIlroy is the favorite, followed by Jon Rahm, Jordan Spieth, and Justin Thomas. And here is the one, the only Curtis Strange, who joins us live here this morning. A pleasure to see you. And Rory, of course, won this championship on this course 9 years ago. So was that the direction you look? Or if you were to pick a favorite right now for me, Curtis, who would you be thinking about?
Well, to forget about Rory for a minute. I like Justin Thomas. He's playing well. He flights the ball well. He controls everything. He's a wonderful player, has the length, all the above. But Rory McIlroy I like this week because he won 2 weeks ago. He hasn't been playing his best golf, as we know, for the last 8, 10, or 12 months. But winning 2 weeks ago was huge for him and his confidence. And he comes back here where he's won before. That's a good thing.
So let's go back now to the weather. You mentioned the way Justin Thomas flights the ball. I want everyone to understand just how much of a factor wind can be on this golf course and is expected to be this week, and what that will mean for the outcome, Curtis.
Greeny, it's a game played outdoors, and sometimes you get more than you expect and more than you can handle. Yesterday, it blew 20 to 25, gusted maybe more than that, almost unplayable. It's supposed to blow these next Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. We just don't know the velocity yet, but if it blows like it did yesterday, even par, over par, it will be a battle, it will be a marathon, it will be tough. So players are trying to prepare for that right now, but it's tough to prepare for conditions just like that.
Well, so let's teach the audience a little something here. What does that mean? If you know it's going to be that kind of windy and you're going in to try and win this championship, what do you have to do? What are you thinking about?
Well, when I say flighting the ball, you know, these guys hit it so long and so good now, but they hit it long because they shoot it straight up in the air. That's the last thing you want to do in the wind. You want to keep the ball down. Keeping the ball down drives it more like a bullet. It keeps spin off the ball. You control the ball more the lower you hit it, and once it gets on the ground, that's a good thing. Up in the air this week is no good. So guys who can flight the ball, Justin Thomas can flight the ball down really well. Jordan Spieth can do that. Rory can do that to a certain degree because he's hit only so much because he hits it so hard and shoots it up in the air. Dustin Johnson is another player because he's so strong, can flight the ball. But you're going to see a lot of shots this week where the ball goes back in the stance, they kind of pound down on top of it, and it comes out like a bullet. It's going to be interesting because you're going to see shots that they ordinarily don't have to hit.
Yeah, and it's fascinating because they're doing this on a course that is setting a new record for length. It's over 7,800 yards, so we will see. Curtis, I can't wait to watch the coverage there. Enjoy it. Stay out of the wind as best you can. And again, we've got it all coming your way Thursday and Friday here on ESPN. The 103rd PGA Championship. Thursday, 1 Eastern is when it begins from Kiowa. First round coverage begins 7 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus, as a matter of fact. And you can get ESPN Plus by going to ESPNplus.com or downloading the ESPN app. All right, back to more baseball. Let's run the bases. A day after getting hit in the face with a fastball, Kevin Pillar brought out the lineup card for the Mets. He's now on the injured list. In the ninth inning, meanwhile, Tomas Nido hit a game-winning solo home run, and the Mets got the win, beating the Braves by a score of 4-3. Elsewhere, the Angels began life without